Hi everyone, it's Tina. Welcome to my channel, Create with Tina. I'm super excited for today's video, creating a Christmas card using this Delicate Pines bundle. It's a set of Stampin' dies, and as you can see, it comes with a ton of die cuts. So many, they are so fun to use, and it's really not limited just to Christmas or holiday themed cards. So what I'm showing you here is the supplies I'm using, which includes the gold foil cardstock. So I'm going to cut some little sprigs out with my die cutting machine in the gold foil. And then I'm also using the shaded spruce to cut another die using this funky die cut that we'll talk about in just a minute. And then there's this great leaf die cut in there. We'll be using that. That leaf die cut right there, that's what reminds me of the fact that this is a great set just for masculine cards. And for those of you that know me, I have 4 sons and a husband, so I have a very masculine filled house. So I'm always looking for things I can do that have a masculine edge to them. Then what I'm going to do is, because I said this was going to be quick and elegant, I am going to add a touch of elevation to the card simply by running it through the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And what I did there was I lined it up on the black line that is etched into the embossing folder to make sure that I got a nice straight edge as I ran it through. This particular embossing folder, it's not too important that it's a straight edge because it's snowflakes, but for many it is. And then the base of my card is going to be the pecan pie cardstock, and then I'm going to layer on a piece of the shaded spruce cardstock so it matches one of the die cuts that I have chosen to use. Now, the pine cones are going to be created using espresso cardstock, and I use the two-tone cardstock. And it might not show up very good in the video, but I did the back side of it in the light cardstock and then the front side of the die cut in the dark cardstock. So it just gives that two-tone look simply by running it through different sides of the cardstock. And so now I'm going to begin layering them together, and I love my tape runners. Being predominantly a scrapbooker, I just always have used tape runners more than liquid glue. So that's what I'm doing here, layering the pieces together and just building the base of the card. Now I am going to use one of the sentiments in that in the stamp set, and I'm going to use the shaded spruce ink to stamp that. So when you are scrapbooking or card making, it's always great to use a color more than once so that you get that cohesive look. So I have used it in the layering of the card, the die cut, and now I have also used it in the stamping. And so the shaded spruce is the hero color of the card. It's going to be the one kind of showstopper color, and then everything else is going to be the supporting colors, kind of like the background colors. Okay, so here we are. Now I have taken that leaf die cut I told you about, and I have cut it out in shaded spruce, but I have chosen to use the dark side of the two-tone cardstock to give a different variation. So I told you this was going to be a quick and easy card. It also requires limited supplies because you are using the front and the back side of the two-tone cardstock to look like you're actually using more shades of the green or the espresso than you actually are. So now I am just adding a little bit of adhesive, and I added it to the tip of the branches. And the reason for that is the stems were really narrow, for one, and for two, I'm not great with liquid glue, but they're going to be held down by the things I'm layering on, so I'm not too worried about it. Now here's that funky die cut with the little circle in the middle, and it's perfect because it gives you a place to add adhesive and to layer the card together, and it's going to be hidden. Generally, that's designed to put something in the middle and have the sprigs coming out each side. And again, I used the shaded spruce cardstock, but for this piece I used the light side. So it might not show up very well in the video, but the two-tone cardstock is such a game changer when you want to do something quick and elegant. So here I am. Now I'm taking the tiny little branches that I cut out of the gold foil paper, and I'm adding adhesive to it. And sorry, I got a little off camera while I was videoing it, but I did add a glue dot to the center circle of the die cut, and then I cut that die cut right in half because this is smaller and I wanted to stretch it out bigger. So I put that glue dot right on the center, cut that die cut in half, and I have one stuck to my finger on my right hand, and with my left hand I'm adding the others. So I was using the pine cones just as a placement spot, so I knew exactly where I might want to tuck that little gold branch under. And now I'm actually ready to add the adhesive to all of those pine cones and start sticking them right on the card. And for this card, you're going to notice I did not use any dimensionals. It had enough layers without using dimensionals, and by also keeping a lot of those branches fairly loose, that I was able to just build this card directly, build each piece directly on the card, which means as it goes through the mail, it's not going to need extra postage, nor is it probably going to get smashed at all, because it's a fairly flat looking card when you feel it, but when you look at it, you'll see it does not look flat at all. So like I said, I added a glue dot to the circle on those gold die cuts, cut them in half and set them down so the ends are completely loose and they kind of lift up. So that's where the dimension is coming in without actually adding any dimensionals to it. Now I am using tear and tape to layer the stamped sentiment with that little strip of gold foil cardstock, because again, I wanted to use it more than once on the card to give the card a cohesive look. So I layered the sentiment directly on the edge of that gold foil and cut a slant to match the banner end. And then now I am going to add a few more of those gold sprigs. So I just took the back of that glue dot off, and I'm going to cut this one in half as well. And then just find little places that I want to tuck it in here or there just to add a little more oomph to my card. Really, really easy, not hard to do, and you can't really mess it up. And then I tied a gold bow, added a glue dot to the back of it, and just stuck it right there in the corner. So here is the first card I had done, and I used a different kind of a bow on it. But this time for this card I used a more solid bow. That ribbon that we've sold out of it, so that's why I had used the other bow on the first card. Now I'm just going to add some gems. I'm using those low profile dots that you have seen me use in a couple of videos, but they look so good on it. So there you go. Those are the two cards, and if you loved it, I would love to hear what you think of it in the comments. All supplies will be linked below, and if you're looking for more Christmas ideas, I'm going to link it to my handmade Christmas cards playlist. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.